my ticket for the long way round. 2 bottles of whiskey for the way. And I sure would like some sweet company. And I'm leaving tomorrow, what do you say? When I'm gone, when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my hair. You're gonna miss me everywhere. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. When I'm gone, when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my walk. You're gonna miss me by my talk. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. I got my ticket for the long way round, the one with the prettiest of views. It's got mountains, it's got rivers, it's got sights to give you shivers, but it sure would be prettier with you. When I'm gone, when I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my walk, you're gonna miss me by my talk. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. When I'm gone, when I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my hair, you're gonna miss me everywhere. Oh, you're sure gonna miss me when I'm gone. When I'm gone, when I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my walk, you're gonna miss me by my talk. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
Cormac and Steve are delighted to have so many of you here to watch them begin a new chapter in the story of their lives. Their story that began with a chance meeting at Edinburgh in August 2014, when Steve came to watch Cormac's performance at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. It is a tale of love at first sight, for within 7 weeks of their meeting, Steve committed to leaving his beautiful home in Melbourne and made his way all the way to Leeds. In January of last year, Cormac committed to Stephen too, proposing to him on New Year's Day at Alton Hall, Leeds, in a way that I'll just describe as beautiful. So ladies and gentlemen, can I ask you all please to stand for the entrance of Cormac and Stephen. Before we begin our ceremony, I must ask that if any person present knows of any lawful reason why this marriage should not take place, then you should now declare it. Not a peep. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to take your seats. Right, so just moving closer. Stand. Yep, okay, that's fine. Now, marriage is a desire by two people to share themselves and their experiences with each other, and a willingness to accept each other for who they are. Marriage means making a commitment to developing cooperation, friendship, and mutual respect. It calls for honesty, patience, and of course humour. I think there's going to be a lot of that. Now, marriage is where each partner cares for the other and supports them in all that they do. It also demands courage, the courage to be open, the courage to grow and to change, the courage to sort out together the tasks of everyday living. Marriage means closeness and distance. The closeness of a couple growing together and enough distance to allow each partner to be an individual. A good partner in such a marriage will be loving, caring, and above all, a best friend. So it is in this spirit that Cormac and Stephen are now before us, wishing to affirm their relationship with this marriage, which is the union of two people voluntarily entered into for life to the exclusion of all others. So, we're going to have 3 readings during the course of the ceremony. So first of all, Neil, which side is Neil? Neil, do you want to step into my place for the first reading?
A Lovely Love Story by Edward Monckton. Colin, the fierce dinosaur, was trapped inside a cage of ice. Although it was cold, he was happy there. It was, after all, his cage. Then along came Stewie the dinosaur. Stewie the dinosaur melted Colin's cage with kind words and loving thoughts. I like this dinosaur, thought Stewie dinosaur. Although he's fierce, he's also tender and funny. He's also quite clever, but I'll not tell you this yet. I like Stewie, thought Colin the dinosaur. He is beautiful, and he is different, and he smells nice. He's also a free spirit, which is a quality I admire in a dinosaur. But, thought Stewie the dinosaur, he can be very distant and so peculiar at times. He's also overly fond of things. Are all dinosaurs so overly fond of things? Thought Stewie. But, thought Colin the dinosaur, his mind skips from here and there so quickly. And he's also uncommonly keen on shopping. Are all dinosaurs so uncommonly keen on shopping? Thought Colin. I'll forgive his peculiarity and his concern for things, thought Stewie the dinosaur, for they are part of what makes him a richly characterised individual. I'll forgive his skipping mind and his fondness for shopping, thought Colin the dinosaur, for he fills our life with beautiful things and wonderful surprises. Also, I'm not that unfond of shopping myself. Now the dinosaurs are out. Look at them. Together they stand on the hill, telling each other stories and feeling the warmth of the sun in their backs. And that, my friend, is how it is with love. Let us all be Colin dinosaurs and Stewie dinosaurs together. For the sun is warm and the world is a beautiful place.
So, I'm now going to ask each of you, in turn, to declare that you do not know of any lawful reason why you may not be married to each other. Cormac, if you'd like to please repeat after me. I do solemnly declare
I do solemnly declare
that I know not
that I know not
of any lawful impediment
of any lawful impediment
why I, Cormac William Friel,
why I, Cormac William Friel,
may not be joined
may not be joined
in matrimony
in matrimony
to Stephen Thomas de Cow.
to Stephen Thomas de Cow.
So Stephen, if you'd like to please repeat after me.
That's hard.
I do solemnly declare
I do solemnly declare
that I know not
that I know not
of any lawful impediment
of any lawful impediment
why I, Stephen Thomas de Cow,
why I, Stephen Thomas de Cow,
may not be joined
may not be joined
in matrimony
in matrimony
to Cormac William Friel.
to Cormac William Friel.
So Cormac and Stephen, you have surrounded yourselves with those whom you love most. You have invited you have invited them here to receive their encouragement and support, and most importantly, to celebrate with you at this very special time. So I ask you now, in the presence of all your family and friends here today, Cormac, will you take Stephen to be your husband? Will you comfort him in life's sorrow and pain? Will you rejoice with him through good times together? And will you remain true to him for the rest of your lives together?
I will.
And
Because
Stephen?
I do, I will.
I will.
I
You
will.
got it right
Hooray.
first time. So Stephen, will you take Cormac to be your husband? Will you comfort him in life's sorrow and pain? Will you rejoice with him through good times? And will you remain true to him for the rest of your lives together?
I will.
There we go. So now I'd like to invite Sarah forward. Short and sweet reading.
He's a little weird. He's a little weird. We're all a little weird. And life's a little weird. And when we find someone whose weirdness is compatible with ours, we join up with them and fall into a mutual satisfying weirdness and call it love. Weird love.
Thank you. Right. But I want you to just you two step down a bit, please, because of the photos we'll be taking. You stand ready there. Okay. I think we're all in position now. Now the wedding ring is an unbroken circle. It has no beginning and no end. It symbolises an ending and everlasting love and is an outward sign of the lifelong promise you are making to each other today. And this is the most important part of the ceremony. Can I ask you just please to stand for this part of the ceremony? And Cormac, if you'd like to take Stephen's hand and place the ring all the way along his finger.
Not it. Wait.
There we go. If you want to hold on to his hand, that's fine, while you say the words to him. I call upon these persons here present to witness that I, Cormac, do take thee, Stephen, to be my lawful wedded husband. And I give you this ring as a symbol of my love and commitment. From this day forward, it is my promise that I will share with you all that I have and all that I am. I will honour and care for you. And we will be as one. Our love and friendship
Our love and friendship
will last forever.
will last forever.
That's lovely. So, Colleen, do you want to give to Stephen the ring for Cormac? And again, Stephen, if you want to place the ring on his finger. Then say the words to him. I call upon these persons here present to witness that I, Stephen, do take thee, Cormac, to be my lawful wedded husband. And I give you this ring as a symbol of my love and commitment. From this day forward, it is my promise that I will share with you all that I have and all that I am. I will honour and care for you, and we will be as one. Our love and friendship will last forever. That's lovely. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to take your seats. So now I'd like to invite Adam forward for our third reading. Thank you.
Yes, I'll marry you, my dear, and here's the reason why. So I can push you out of bed when the baby starts to cry. And if we hear a knocking, and it's creepy and it's late, I hand you the torch to see, and you investigate. Yes, I'll marry you, my dear. You may not apprehend it, but when the tumble dryer goes, it's you that has to mend it. You have to face the neighbour, should our wee dachshund attack him. And if a drunkard fondles me, it's you that has to whack him. Yes, I'll marry you. You're virile and you're lean. My house is like a pigsty, you can help it clean. That sexy little dinner which you served by candlelight? As I do chipolatas, you can cook it every night. It's you who has to work the drill and put up curtain track. And when I'm having mood swings, it's you who gets the flack. I do see great advantages, but none of them for you. And so before you see the light, I do.
Come together now. Yep. So, Cormac and Stephen, this day will form a milestone in your lives. You will look back upon it with love and happiness as the start of your new life together. All of us here hope that the feelings of love that you have for each other will deepen and grow even stronger throughout the many years to come. For it is my great pleasure to declare Cormac and Stephen, you are now husband and husband. Congratulations. Do you want to kiss? Enjoy the music and surroundings, and then we'll have lots of photos. civil marriage ceremony. I do hope you enjoyed it. It was especially chosen by Cormac and Stephen. So as we mentioned, you've all been invited here today to celebrate with them on this truly special occasion. So all that remains is to wish you great joy and celebrations for the rest of the day. You have got the most perfect day I can recall, any day of the year here at East Riddlesden Hall. So please enjoy the day, enjoy the moment, give them all your support and love and encouragement going out, starting their new life together. Thank you for our 3 readers, Neil, Sarah and Adam, which added much humour and thought, which we all can take away in our own lives as well. So ladies and gentlemen, can I ask you all please to stand and please start as you mean to continue. Rousing applause for Mr. and Mr. Real.
Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Well, give me all you got and don't hold it back. Well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like
Lauren, Cormac, and Stephen Friel.
If you feel like happiness is the truth, clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
It is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful to see so many beautiful, impressive looking people who came out to support Cormac and Steve on this really, really special day.
And even some people from Uni Hall made it too, which was nice.
Okay, so we are about to start the speeches, and we recognise that we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 glasses of wine at this point. And we recognise that a few of us possibly don't speak the same dialect, same language. So we've assembled a team of translators for everyone. And Nigel and Jared, your two have paid them double. So they're ready and waiting.
Alongside the translators, we do also have a team of security. They're currently around the Australians, but once the bar opens, they'll transition
And one thing that we have already noticed, the grooms look devastatingly handsome tonight. For me, what's been personally exciting is to see Cormac wearing a sock that only has one hole in it. And the Australians are going to appreciate the fact that Steve's wearing a shirt, not a singlet, with nipples glaring.
Now it is finally time to sit back and get ready for 4 hours of speech making. So, cheers.
Hello. You might notice I'm a bit jammed because Cara just spilled champagne all down my trousers.
You got excited for me.
But I would like to just take some time to thank everyone for coming, and I'm just going to take some time because there are far better speeches than what I'm going to give you tonight. So I'm just going to take some time to thank some of the people that helped make this day as special as it is. So first, I'd like to thank Emma and the team from East Riddlesden Hall who have been delightful. Emma's answered emails from me at God knows what hour when I'm just like, I need this now! And she's been lovely all the way along. So thank you to Emma and East Riddlesden. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my wedding party. So if you haven't met them already, which you probably have because they're a raucous bunch, my two brothers, Chris and Michael.
Thank you. Thank you. Going back, Chris.
So my whole wedding party has helped to slightly stop me assuming the full mode Groomzilla this week. So Chris and Michael have helped by filling me with alcohol and laughs. And then Shelley, Danny and Cara have helped by just being so incredibly organised. So there were lists written while I was like borderline crying with flowers flying through the house. But they've just been great, and I really thank you guys for coming so far for Cara and Danny, but also just for being there to help me during the day. Particularly Cara and Danny, who came over, helped with the flowers, Shelley, who's driven me to appointments, because I don't drive, so I just assume Shelley will drive me everywhere. Shelley's mum even helped, so all the flowers that you see around, Shelley's mum came over together with some of my family and Evelyn, my second mother, to make some of the flowers, so I thank you guys for doing that for me. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank Jenna Johnson. Some of you may not know who Jenna is. Jenna, put your hand up for me, please. Hey! Jenna has been a delight. So there was a time where I was like, I'm not decorating shit, someone's going to do it for me. And then I decided, actually, I'm going to do it myself. And then I realized, I don't know how to do it. Ourselves. Because Cormac helped. And it was Jenna who came to my rescue. So Jenna helped me design the centerpieces. So with the teacups, she actually sat there and did them with me, as did Sarah. She designed the boards that you see, and she helped design like the whole Mean Girls thing. That was all Jenna. So I really appreciate everything you did. I could not possibly have had anything you see in front of me without Jenna. So big round of applause for Jenna, please. I'd like to thank my family, who you've all probably met already too, for coming all this way from Australia to celebrate with me, of course, but also for supporting me through this, for having an engagement party for me in Melbourne, for coming and helping do the flowers, for keeping me entertained this week when I was borderline Groomzilla again. So just to Mum and Dad, Chris and Michael, Tom and Glenda, everyone that helped, I really appreciate it, and thank you for coming all this way for me. I'd like to thank Cormac's family, so to Anne and Jared, to Sarah, Simon and Caroline, thank you for being so welcoming to me. All your family have been lovely, especially the McGoggins. So one of my fondest memories is spending Christmas with you, which I probably will never forget. But it has been lovely. To Sarah, so this past 2 months, I think, Sarah's been in Leeds, and I really appreciated when Cormac was in London, she just sat on the couch with me and spent time watching TLC with me. So as far as I'm concerned, Cormac can stay in London and Sarah can stay with me.
TLC Tuesdays.
So I don't have a sister, so if that's what having a sister is like, I'm happy to have you. I'd like to thank our 2 sponsors for the evening. Number 1 sponsor, the NHS. Thank you. Hey, NHS! I'd like to thank the NHS for allowing me to work every weekend leading up to this day to pay for this bastard wedding. I'd also like to thank our lodgers. So Farron, Jess and Niall, hands up, wave. Thank you for living in my house and paying for my mortgage, so again I could pay for this bastard wedding. Thank you also for living with me while I was planning a wedding. So Cormac wasn't even there, he was working in London while I was going mental, and Jess and Niall had to deal with it. So thank you for putting up with the boxes and all the shit that came into my house, for looking after the dog when I wasn't there because I was planning the wedding. I really appreciate it. Particularly Farron. Farron, I would say, is our unsung hero. Farron's one of the first people I met when I moved to Leeds. And Farron's been a delight. So he went and got packages for me, he looked after Jim, he looks after the house.
Oh, it's great!
I really appreciate it. Oh. And one of the reasons you know that people like Farron is because one year my mother sent me money and said in the note, "Buy Farron a Christmas present." And now she sends him postcards without sending them to me. So thank you to Farron. Sorry, this is a bit moist. Thank you, Farron.
Jesus.
I'd like to thank people with cars. I won't mention you all, because this is starting to sound like one of those Oscar acceptance speeches that keeps going and going. One of the people I would like to thank is Marvin. So thank you for driving Cormac to France to pick up the wine. You spent hours in a car with Cormac, which, given his questionable hygiene, would have been a bit awkward. But he also drove Cormac to France during a time which was Brexit. So if anyone subscribes to Cormac's Facebook, you would have known what Brexit Day would have been like sitting in a car with Cormac driving to France. So thank you to Marvin. I'm going to jump on the equality train right now and just acknowledge that in Australia gay marriage isn't legal. So I'm very lucky to live in a country where marriage equality is legal, but there are a few people, so my grandparents couldn't travel the 22 hours maybe that they would have wanted to be here. And as much as I love you all, the person maybe they wanted to see the most sitting here would have been my granny. But I'd just like to acknowledge that they would have wanted to be here. And then finally, I guess I should thank my new husband, Cormac.
Who?
So I was trying to think of a way to say all the things that I wanted to say, and I found it a little bit hard. So one of the things I thought about was that when I first moved to the UK, I couldn't go a couple of minutes without meeting someone new and then saying to me, "Oh my God, you moved here from Australia? Why the hell would you move here?" And then I'd tell them the whole love story. I'd say, "Oh, you know, I was in Edinburgh, I was travelling, I met this really funny man at the Edinburgh Fringe, it was love at first sight. And I left everything and came, and they're like, oh my God, that's lovely. And then some people started meeting Cormac, and then people started asking me again, Steve, why did you move? And I guess I could kind of understand when people meet us why they would think that, because when you look at awkward. At face value, maybe Cormac and I look like polar opposites. Let me make my point, people. Firstly, one of the things I do regularly is bathe, and Cormac doesn't.
Okay, that's getting old.
But one of the other things I would say is that maybe I'm more, in a nicer way, highly strung. So I would stress more, get a little bit angrier sometimes, like things a little bit like obsessively clean. Whereas Cormac's really chilled out, relaxed, laid back, likes to have a good time. Where I'd be like, no, let's all chill out and be really nice to everyone. So I could kind of see what it is, and so I tried to think of a way that I could explain to people how much love I have for Cormac and why I'm here today. And the only way I could think of doing it was through Harry Potter. So the way I think of Cormac is as my Patronus. So what Cormac does to me
I fight off the scary people.
is he protects me from the darkness and the pesky elementals that come into my life.
Spiders.
By never failing to make me smile, make me happy, and have a fun time. He's always there when I need him, and if I ever get into trouble, I know the number one person I can call is Cormac, and he always steers me in the right direction, and I probably wouldn't have the life that I have if I hadn't have met him. So I'm really grateful, and I look forward to having a shining presence in my life, and I hope that I can make you as happy as you make me every time I turn around and see you when I wake up. So thank you for coming.
Lovely speech, but I have known Cormac for 9 years, going on a decade and almost.
Nothing on my 17, though. Come on.
And I mean, I've known him since uni, and
High school?
fine. And I just want to really quickly before you speak, I just want to like one moment.
You're always silent.
One moment. I know. Just want to say, you know. Colin Creevy. You know what that means.
Yeah. I do. Intro.
That's so creepy.
Okay, all right, now without further ado, Cormac, if we come.
Okay, so Stephen and I did not compare notes earlier, so the repetition's already about to begin. Yeah. Thank you very much, Steve. That was absolutely delightful. I'm also going to start in a similar frame of mind. I'm going to start by thanking not just my own groomsmaids, I'm going to start thanking all of the groomsmaids. Now, you guys have all been absolutely delightful. I have heard some horror stories, even within this room, about groups of bridesmaids and how difficult it can be to get them to agree on anything. So, yeah, they've identified themselves. I swear, we first met we got them all together on a Facebook group, and we said, okay guys, there's an age range of 16 years, you all have different hair colours, different body shapes, you're all of different ethnicities, and we all need you to agree on one dress that's cream, lace, and knee length. And we said, you have a year to find one that you all agree on. And Steve burst out laughing at the idea that a group of women could make up their minds so quickly. But they did. They actually found a great one. You were super delightful the entire time. Now I would next like to discuss my own two. I will start with Colleen. There she is. So Colleen was probably the most enthusiastic attendee at the wedding by a million miles. Now she and her mother Paula, I'd say we were engaged about 40 minutes, and they had a Pinterest board, they were looking at colour schemes, they had decor decided upon, and they were so enthusiastic. They also threw me a fantastic hag do the other night. We had custom-made buffs, we were paintballing, with my mother was crawling through the leaves. We had a wonderful time. We were slingshotting, we were throwing axes. It was fantastic. Like, they really went to the edge of the earth. I have to actually thank both Colleen's parents as well, and actually Sarah and Colleen. That was a fantastic occasion. My parents were actually embarrassed by the occasion. They came up to me and they were like, "We're really touched that anyone would do this for one of our children." And they felt so mortified about the fact that they were like, "Oh, I don't even know whether I want to go," and then they were like delighted about it all. So I have to really thank you. You guys could not have done anything more. Next, I'd like to go with thank Sarah. Now, Sarah has been absolutely fantastic. I'm going to try and talk in vague language that only Sarah will understand, but I guess a few more might be able to decipher the meaning on this one. Sarah has been really good at what I will call micromanaging key stakeholders throughout the occasion. Sarah has been fantastic with that. Now, I actually had a really good long section about how fantastic Sarah is and how much I love her, but then on Friday I just cut it because she was such a bitch at table. So that's enough about her.
I won.
Yeah. Next to my three groomsmen that are right here before me. Okay, so they all organised a fantastic stag do for me in Prague, which I was very, very up for, and I was very willing to do everything the entire time. I asked Adam, so Adam being, as I'm sure you can tell, the only straight one of the three of them. I said, "Adam, your job, make sure it isn't too gay." Within 3 hours, all 8 of us were outside beneath an outdoor heater, snuggling blankets. So he did a good job.
Failed.
Yeah, I'm not going to go into too much detail on the stag do, but all I'll say is there was a high demand for disinfectant in Prague. Yeah.
Oh God, that's true.
It is true. I'd also like to I'm going to actually thank the other two individually, so I'll start with hashtag Neil, hashtag thank, hashtag you, hashtag for, hashtag everything. I would actually also like to thank Marvin. Marvin, as we say, he drove me to Belgium. We actually had a great time despite the whole Brexit Day shit. We had a wonderful time. Marvin was also on hand at all times to help us with IT requirements. And also he was always around every weekend with fun ideas on weekends when we were money saving, which were frequent. So we have to thank him and Dominique and Joel for those as well. Now I would like to move on and thank my new family. Actually no, I'm going to thank both sets of parents. Now this happens quite a lot at weddings. I'd just like to say to Nigel, Aileen, Mum and Dad, if Steve and I can be half as happy as you are in the future, we'll be very lucky people. Blah 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 blah. Stuff like that. This is our day, okay? To the Decars. So that's Aileen, Nigel, Michael, Chris, and indeed the extended family, so the Pattersons and the Smiths. I'd just like to thank you all as well for welcoming me so nicely into your family. I don't think Steve will be offended when I say this, but I fit into your family better than he does. And I know it. Basically, whenever we're hanging around, Stephen and his mother are just sighing and tutting, and me and his father and his brothers are having a whale of a time, and giving them beetroot faces the entire time. Now I turn to my own family. So, Mum, Dad, Simon, Colin, and Sarah. Now, my mum always raised me to say, actually, I was raised to say that you do not air your dirty laundry in public. However, I propose with my dirty laundry, so fuck it. Okay. Strap in, people. Steve, today you have become a Friel and you have joined our family. Now, there will be times when my family will argue around me. There will be time when there will be, yes, I know. Today, in fact, There will be times when Christmas will feel like World War III. And you are probably always going to have to pretend you like Mum's scones. But no matter how bad it gets, I want you to remember one thing. You chose this. I would also like to acknowledge a few people that couldn't be here today. I want to really just express those people that are important to me that couldn't make it along. So I'm going to say this. Jim, wish you were here. And now I turn to my husband, Stephen. So I will never actually forget the first time I met Stephen. He was walking down the road in Edinburgh, and I can always remember the first thought that went through my mind was, sweet mother Christ, if this guy doesn't accept my flyer, I am going to kill. And he did accept my flyer, and he came along to the show and he laughed constantly. And I thought to myself, do you know what? If I play my cards right tonight, I'll get to marry that guy. I'll get to marry the hell out of him tonight. And here we are. We got speaking after the show, and he said that he was moving to London to live with his friend Danny. So I lied and I said, that sounds lovely. And he moved to London, and as I suspected, he didn't like it. He returned to Melbourne, and he missed me so much. He confided in it. Well, you fucking did. You're here now. He decided he was going to confide in Cara, and he said to his friend Cara there, who sought advice from her, and he said, you know, I really miss this guy that's back in England, and I really don't know what to do. Now, Cara's actually a very intelligent woman, and I think she's got Steve's best interest at heart, but I don't know what was wrong with her that day, but she said to fucking move. Friends like that, who needs enemies? I don't know. He left Leeds, he ditched the law, and he came for me. Now, excuse me. Most of Steve's friends were actually very, very positive about the whole thing. They were like, yeah, go, this is so romantic, go. My friends, on the other hand, were a little bit more skeptical. Everybody's reaction was roughly the same. They'd start with the first question, have you actually met this guy? Which was basically their way of asking, are you the victim of a Nigerian email scam? Secondly, they moved on and they were like, so you say he's Australian? Which was their way of saying, oh, he needs a visa. When I explained he was a British citizen already, the next question was, of course, do you have a photo of this guy? Which was their way of saying, what kind of ugly twat would be willing to move from Melbourne for you? But my favourite question of the lot was the one that followed that, which was, is he a hearing man? I thought that's hilarious. But to be a bit more serious, Steve, actually, growing up, I was not a particularly popular guy. And I remember... I'm about to mention you, Leanne, shush. Growing up, my best friends were actually my sister Sarah and my cousins Leanne and Kira, and we would get together at the weekends and we would play Barbies together, which I know would come as a massive surprise to all of you, given the alpha male that I've become today. But you know what I loved is we'd play Barbies, and I know my parents would be watching, and I knew Leanne's parents would be watching, and they were worried about. Yeah, I guess whenever they pictured the wedding I had, they were really worried. Not because I'm gay, by the way. I think they genuinely thought I would enter into an incestuous relationship with Leanne and need the blessing of the Pope. I grew up, Steve, and I really, apart from them, like I'm actually going to get a bit more serious now. I went to secondary school, and I really did not enjoy my time growing up. Thank you, Marvin. I love that you laugh at my misery.
I'm always there for you.
I just remember I would come home from school every day and I would do one thing. I would like drop my bag at the door, I'd go and grab my dogs and I would take them for a long walk. And I would come back and I would just put on a brave face. And I feel like I spent like 10 years of my life acting like I was really happy, and I felt like I got pretty damn good at it. Now I feel like that massively subdued when I left Ireland and I went to St Andrews University and I met some wonderful people who gave me a lot of confidence. And I feel like it's subdued even more when I moved to Leeds and I met some wonderful other people as well. But I genuinely feel like after meeting you for a year, I genuinely felt like I had to never act happy anymore. I was genuinely really happy. You really have made me feel just extremely lucky. You're very attractive, you're very kind, you do everything for me. I always knew that I needed to find a man for myself that was as patient as Daniel is to Caddy. And I feel I've struck gold with that. I've always wondered what I have to offer you. I'll be honest, we don't need to go into that now. We can save that for marital counselling in July, probably. But all I'd like to say is I really am very excited to spend the rest of my life with you until I give you a heart attack and put you in an early grave, in my mother's words. But I would just like to say, actually, can everybody join me in just toasting my new husband, Stephen Friel. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Thank you.
Mum did say no swearing, so I do apologise. Before I start, I just want to get a raise of hands. Who called my brother's name by Steve? If you could raise your hand.
If that's his real name.
Now, Mother, what's his real name?
It's Stephen.
It's Stephen! Thank you for clearing that up. If no one doesn't know me by now, I'm Chris, and I'm an alcoholic. Wrong room. I'm Chris, and I'm Stephen's older brother, and I'm here today to tell you what it was like living with Stephen. Strap yourself in, we're in for a rough ride. Stephen is the middle child, which probably explains a lot growing up. Stephen would always like to wear matching outfits. Hair always had to be combed perfectly, just like tonight. And he always wore a Scooby-Doo knitted jumper. Do you remember that? It looked absolutely hideous. Thank goodness it was gone. Growing up in the house, with Stephen, we only had one bathroom. And it was an absolute nightmare. We would always be banging on the door telling Stephen to hurry up. And our bathroom was always filled of Stephen's skin and hair products.
Exactly.
Stephen also loved to watch and play Pokemon, Power Rangers, and Captain Planet. He would also walk around the house, I'm not going to act this, always walk around the house acting like Captain Planet, saying Earth, Wind, Fire. But hang on, Harry Potter. We'll just move on from that. Sports and Stephen do not mix. Stephen grew up in a house with a father and brothers that are sports fanatics. Dad would get us VIP tickets to go and see the basketball in Melbourne. Stephen would take a book and read it and fall asleep during the game. During an AFL football match, Stephen sat in the pouring rain with his poncho on, eating his hummus dip and carrot sticks, not paying attention to the football match. During the winter back home, during our football season, Stephen worked as a physio for the Moorabbin Kangaroos. Yes, he hated it so much. They were all overweight, unfit, and never won a match the whole season. He used to take our brother Michael with him and make him run onto the ground with water. I just like to say I'm very proud of you, Stephen, and so is Michael and Mum and Dad.
Oh God, he's gonna cry. Oh Jesus. I was just skullet.
We flew, and all our family here flew 23 hours, and it was effing awful to be here today, and we're all dead.
Thank you, Chris.
And we do hope you both you both are happy together for the rest of your lives. And I must tell you, Stephen is very much missed back in Australia. As he said, the grandparents couldn't be here, but Julia, our 85-year-old grandmother, did send me a message.
You're a wee git.
Yeah, she said you're a wee git. Isn't that no awful? I can't do it. She did say she wishes you all yeah, she wishes all happiness and yeah.
That's a long message.
Yeah. But anyway, that's it. And on behalf of all the family here, we thank you all for coming here and spending with Stephen and Cormac.
For those of you who don't know, my name is Cara, and I feel very, very lucky to be here today. I've flown from Australia, and I absolutely love my best friend Steve, so it's a privilege to be speaking here today. I think, to start with, for those of you, I think there's been about 100 people who have asked me today, oh, so you're Steve's sister? Yes! And I think the wait staff just started calling me, oh, Steve's sister, oh, hi, Steve's sister. Unfortunately, I'm not Steve's sister, although I will take the compliment because he's a very handsome man. I actually met Steve back in university days. I met him in the very first week of our university course where we were studying physiotherapy. And I was introduced to Steve. Someone came over and said, oh my gosh, there's this other half Sri Lankan that is in your course. And I was like, oh my gosh, where is he? So Steve and I have bonded over the many years over our half white, half brown heritage. And also, I guess we bonded over our embarrassing Sri Lankan fathers. Sorry, Nigel. And unfortunately, this is where I think Steve and I's similarities ended. Because when I met Steve, I was this 18-year-old. I was actually relating to you before, Cormac, because I was like, I was this nerdy, not very cool. I was like, no, totally. Steve, was I?
She was awful.
I was terrible. I did everything right. I wouldn't put a foot out of line. I drove like a grandma, and you would never, ever, ever hear me swear. And then all of a sudden, Steve came into my life. Steve, on the other hand, was this loud, extroverted. He was outrageously sociable, and I think every second word that came out of his mouth was a swear word. So this is where our worlds would collide. But despite our obvious differences, Steve, I have realised over the years how lucky I am to have someone like Steve in my life. And I think the first reason is because Steve is absolutely the most loyal person I have ever met. I think a perfect example of this is one night where do you know what I'm going to tell? No. One night we went out and we were dancing at some bar. It was a uni party, and Steve, as you may or may not know, he can be fairly judgy. And he saw this woman who was dancing like some sort of baby giraffe. And he walked over to me and he whispered in my ear something, he was obviously just having a bit of a go at this crazy looking dancing woman. And I politely chuckled, and as I did, this girl's girlfriend may have just overseen that perhaps I was the one who was making a judgy remark. She walks over to me, she grabs me by the scruff of the neck, and she says, I want you to brawl with me outside. Steve, being a very loyal friend, came over like a right bitchy woman, grabbed her off me, and said, you have to effing fight me outside first. I'm not sure if it was your massive pecs or if it was your not so scrawny legs that scared her off, but we all got out safe. I guess, speaking of his legs, I think I cannot go without mentioning that Steve's legs I have been jealous of ever since I've known him. I think the one time that it stands out to me is the time that Steve and I decided to swap jeans for the day. And I remember seeing him in my jeans, and I was like, oh my god. But I was not the only one who was into Steve's pins. He would walk around, I don't know if he does this here, I don't know if the NHS allows it. In Australia, Steve would wear to work the shortest, tightest shorts you could ever imagine. And did the grannies like it? Now, I swear it was the only reason his patients got out of bed and mine didn't. And our middle-aged physiotherapy manager, I swear she was quite into it as well, because whilst she made the girls, she came and checked if our pants were too tight and made us bend down. He never got to go through one of these fashion inspections ever. And the other reason that I really love Steve is because he is absolutely charming, and I'm sure that most of you have come across this. Obviously, Cormac has, but him and the 4 billion people that he's come across, they just fall in love with him. Even when I thought that people were actually going to hate him because of his overzealousness at times, he somehow managed to win them over. At university and in my first job, I swear that I soon became known to everybody as, oh, there's Steve's friend, or there's that girl that hangs out with Steve. And they would relate to me by saying, oh, say hi to Steve next time you see him. Well, it sounds really terrible, but actually for me, it wasn't such a bad thing, because I became, I think I jumped like 20 rungs on any popularity chart. And since Steve has moved to the UK, I have rapidly declined. But I think my very, very favourite story about Steve is that, it's okay, don't worry, is that it goes back to our first days in university, when we would spend so much time together. We'd be on the phone talking each night. And it wasn't long before people started asking the inevitable question, so, are you guys an item? And I remember thinking to myself, Steve is an attractive man, but I don't know, maybe not in that way. And I was really confused because Steve kept saying to me, oh my gosh, you're so pretty, you're so attractive, oh Cara, and I was like,
take it with a pinch of salt.
what is going on here? Anyway, anytime they mentioned this romance between us, Steve would look at me with this look of repulsion or disgust, and he would make this noise that was something like, ooh. I started to think there was something wrong with me. It wasn't until that day that he came out and told me that he actually preferred men, and it felt like it was a big weight off his chest. But unbeknown to him, it was actually a massive weight off my chest as well. But tonight isn't about all the other men. It's about this one man that has charmed my best friend, Steve, and has done what I thought is the impossible. And a few of those things are that, firstly, he's managed to pull you across the earth, and Aileen, I'm going to deny that I ever told him to do that, because I actually believe that he'd stay. She did. But he's also managed to curb his spending habits. Steve no longer buys painted-on shorts and new shirts and jackets every week, and he actually paid off his credit card and put a deposit on a house, which was quite amazing. Cormac also tones down Steve's judgy Regina George from Mean Girls outlook on life. And before wouldn't have known Steve as this person who, whenever if he ever saw anyone wearing jeans and runners in the street, it was the end of the earth. And now he's married a regular Jummers model. But I think that the two of you together make a wonderful team. You're a lovely dad duo to Jim, and he's very, very lucky. And I think this has been said a few times tonight, but watching, I know that Steve laughs a lot, and he laughs at lots of people, but I think the way that I see him laugh at Cormac, it almost sends him into his asthmatic wheeze, which Cormac, it's really something special. So, Steve, I love you a lot, like a lot. And I'm so lucky to have you in my life, and I need you both to know that I'm here for you no matter what, and I always will be. But I think, finally tonight, it's been 3 months since I was married, almost today, and I've recently acquired myself one of these husband things. So I congratulate you both tonight on acquiring yourself a husband, but I didn't think that I was quite equipped enough to tell you exactly what this husband thing is. So I referred to Urban Dictionary. A husband is also just a hardcore version of a boyfriend. It's someone who has your back when you need it, but knows when to get the hell out of your way when he has to. It's a man who's useful for fixing things. I'm not sure Steve's very good at this. Financial security for gold diggers. In my case, and maybe Steve's too, a 5-year-old man you married and now take care of full time. But also a man that is so special that you're willing to tolerate him for the rest of your life. I hope that you can be all these and a lot more for each other.
Really, really lovely. I did not know most of that stuff about Steve, so that's great. So that was Steve's uni friend. Now we're actually, first of all, going to congratulate ourselves on being over halfway through. Give yourself a round of applause. Next, we're going to have the high school bestie, and this means it's going to be a little dumber and a little less mature. It's Danny.
And we can already see how more immature it is because everyone's got like lovely printed notes. And I've ripped the shit out of a notebook, so we're already off to a good start. Okay. Now, this has been mentioned before, but I promise I'll be quick when I say it again. A lot of us have travelled from far and wide to come to this wedding, and it is because we both love Cormac and Steve. I mean, we love Steve. We tolerate Cormac. Anyone who's ever been dragged into a one-way conversation with Cormac, if you ever mention the word veganism, we've got a support group staff outside. Counsellors are at the ready. Okay, now, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Danny, and I'm a high school history teacher. And so what that entails, along with cursing the heavens every day and banging my head against the wall, is I look at history and I look at how societies evolve and I look at the decisions people make, good and bad, and I analyse them to see where it's going to go in the future. So today I've presented, well, I'm going to present a little historical report for you. So I'm going to speak about 2 periods in Steve's life. And like any other historical study, we've got to make sure we use the right terms. So I'm going to be speaking about BC before Cormac. Now, normally when we do a historical study, we've got to compare the 2 societies to see the differences. But if I was to compare Cormac's life before Steve, it's all BS anyway. Okay, now, I lived through the BC era myself, and I can tell you they were dark days, ladies and gentlemen. Now, life for those in the BC society revolved around 3 things: alcohol, short shorts, and the worship of Lady Gaga. Now, in the BC times, the worship of Lady Gaga was very intense. and huge dress-up parties were thrown in her honour. And some of the survivors of those dress-up parties, there we are here with us today. Now, there's one particularly well-documented case. In the winter of 2011, Steve threw a huge birthday party for your faithful historian in celebrating Lady Gaga. Now, in doing this, we can study the fashions of the BC era. Now, for this party, Steve wore nothing but a paper crown and caution tape wrapped around his genitalia. Now, the Steve of the BC era also liked to travel quite a bit. He went to Thailand, and he went to North America, which historians don't mention anymore because of the fried po' boy incident. He also travelled to Scotland at one point, which is where the BC and the BS eras converged for the first time. But most notably, the biggest travel expedition in the BC era was a trip to Japan. Now, this is notable to BC historians for many, many reasons. Primarily, the completely bizarre decisions that were made during that time. They strayed away from normal Steve era decision making. Now, these poor decisions one night involved following men in suits down a dark alleyway because the businessmen know where the cheap beer is. Another one of the examples of decision making in the BC era was having a quick nap in a park after a very, very long bus journey, and that park turned out to be the Victims' Memorial for the Hiroshima bomb. And for reasons completely unknown to historians, there was the attempt at captaining a water vessel. And now this attempt involved a near capsize, a carp with an acquired brain injury, a lesson in the more colourful phrases of the English language, and very, very strained diplomatic relations with the local law enforcement. Now, we mentioned earlier the convergence of the BC society with the BS society, and this meeting saw a dramatic change in Steve in the BC era. And we're going to move to a new era in Steve's history, and this is the WC era. Not the water closet era, the with Cormac era, okay? Now, historians, based on past knowledge, believe that this is going to be the longest lasting of all the eras in Steve's history. Now, some observations that your faithful historian has made on Steve in the WC era are as follows. Now, the Steve of the WC era laughs more than this historian thought was ever possible. The Steve of the WC era is happier than this historian has ever seen. And the Steve of the WC era is more calm and at ease with himself than this historian has ever seen, except when he's planning a wedding and he's stealing fucking lavender from a pub and getting a trailer and it's just a shit show. So, ladies and gentlemen, to the longest era, hopefully, in history, Cormac and Steve.
I'll try to keep it short and sweet because I know he's going to start drinking, but this is what happens whenever there's 2 rooms. So, twice the speeches. So most of you already know I'm Cormac's smarter and funnier sister. But I was a bit apprehensive about making this speech today because I wasn't able to speak for the first 15 years of my life. But it did bring me back to what Cormac says during a recent family wedding, where he says if anything else fails, just make a joke at the gills. Everybody will have a laugh. So if I start making fun of my mum's side of the family, things have just gone downhill from there. As you can imagine, it was not easy growing up with Cormac. He had quite obsessive tendencies, not like the good clean ones that Steve has. Cormac would play a song on repeat for an entire week straight.
Don't do
If you
that.
ever touched him by like brushing your arm against him, he had to have the last touch back.
Yes.
And would not and would not stop until he got that last touch. And he would wake up at 5 a.m. every morning until he was about 11 years old, until he got glandular fever and just woke everybody up. And even as a toddler, if he didn't get his own way, he'd just like have his knees and hands on the floor and start like banging his head against the floor to get his own way, get the attention of everybody.
Middle child.
Please count down since then. But we all know of Cormac's like disregard to like personal hygiene whatsoever. I consulted my cousins last night about what would be the best story to tell from Cormac like growing up as a child, which was quite it's quite fitting with his like hygiene level. So it was like during a game of rounders in the hottest day in Ireland.
Oh my God, I know what's happening.
Cormac was too lazy to go to the bathroom in the house. We just decided to pee on the tarmac, resulting in a ring that like stayed in the tarmac for a year. But also, my mum was so appalled by this that she ended up, after having like a hip replacement a few years prior, chasing her around the lawn to try and clean it up. But me and Cormac were very close growing up, through like cross-country running, judo, surfing, gathering like different currencies from other like EU countries. But you know, whatever we were doing or whatever Cormac was doing, I was never too far from his side. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Steve and Cormac to help me throughout my like move to Leeds 3 months ago. From give me somewhere to stay, introduced me to all his wonderful friends and family, and also having Jim. Thank you for bringing him into our lives. We all know that Cormac is not like the cleanest and tidiest of person. Just to bring it back again, he did forget his toiletry bag last night, conveniently. But I know whenever I'm as old as Methuselah, I would prefer to be in a room or in a home surrounded by dirt and laughter than a clean house in silence. So Steve, I would like to welcome you to the Friel and Guild fan and wish you good luck as you'll lead it. That is pretty much it. But on a side note, I would actually really like to thank Colleen, Paula and Tom for help organising Cormac's hag do on Friday, as they put in so much effort and it was an amazing night. And I'd like to thank them big time.
So I feel very, very honoured to introduce our final speaker for the night, the lovely, the wonderful Colleen.
Marvin, everybody! Alright, so...
Marvin, you're there!
We did have a little bit of a switch up, so that was unexpected. But, so Cormac, I mentioned earlier, we are on the precipice of a decade together, which I know a lot of people didn't quite expect we'd even survive that long, given how many dangerous situations we've put ourselves in, and especially that we potentially could have gotten killed in. But for those of you wondering how a loud American came to stand next to Cormac at his wedding, we met in uni. We met at Uni Hall. So, yeah. Oh, Uni Hall. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, Uni Hall.
Shush!
Yeah, there you go. But, well, we did live and play and drink together at uni. For the first 2 years, we were just we were close acquaintances, I would say. We were friends, but not very, very close. What drew us together was actually friends bailing on a really, really important day. And this was actually, it was kind of an accidental meeting, the classic story of accidentally hitchhiking to Munich together. Now, I know that a lot of you actually haven't heard this story because Cormac doesn't like to brag about it. This was when Cormac and I hitchhiked to Munich because our partners had simultaneously bailed on us essentially the night before. So we met up and kind of shook hands and decided we had an idea and we were going to go and make our way to Munich. And I have traveled a lot with Cormac since then. And I figure, they always say marriage is a journey, so I thought I would talk to Steve now and give you a few travel tips with Cormac. Now, rule number one, Cormac is going to hate. Rule number one, pack deodorant and pack extra of it. And I know that joke has been made before, but you might actually know that you will have to pack everything, and I know this because you packed his entire bag for the last 2 days, and I saw you do it. So that one you probably don't need to know. Now, I will say, in the meantime, this friendship that started out of happenstance and accident ended up being one of the most important of my life, and these rules actually have kind of played a part in how I live my life. So the next rule is knowing that things will go wrong. They will go spectacularly wrong. They will go almost getting kidnapped outside of a Spanish strip club at 2 in the morning wrong. They will go having to
Actually getting kidnapped.
They will go having to escape the boot of a car in that strip club wrong. They will potentially go reverse Home Aloneing it in New Orleans wrong. And when I say reverse Home Aloneing it, what I mean is I had tucked Cormac into bed. We had had a really lovely night. He'd had a little bit too lovely of a night. And I had gotten him into bed. I had closed the door and we were going to head out in the morning. We had planned to head out in the morning. Our other traveling partner and I woke up the next day. It was a bright sunny day and we were really hungover. So we got out of bed and we're rapping on his door and nothing's happening. And we're not hearing anything. He's deader than a doornail. And so I'm like, okay, well finally, we have to check out. It's a B&B, they have a very strict policy. We have to leave. So we open the door, fully made bed, his passport and wallet on the sideboard, no Cormac. We do not know where he is. He's in a foreign country, does not know the city, does not have money or ID, and the last time I saw him, he couldn't remember his own name. So, we panicked. We're freaking out. This person's shooing us out of the B&B, and we finally decide, okay, we're gonna pack all our stuff. We have decided, we discussed where we were going to go the next day. So we go to this cafe, we go to Cafe Du Monde, we're sitting there. We sat there for about an hour discussing when we needed to call the Irish consulate. And we're wandering around, and the foulest smell I've ever smelled arrives in my nostrils. And I'm being dead serious when I say we smell
I
Cormac.
could smell it.
So much faster than we could see him. And out of the haze of the Louisiana heat,
People were moving their chairs.
people were moving their chairs. People were parting the waters. And Cormac strides up. And to this day, I still don't know where he went. We are not totally sure. Or at least... And things might go a little bit wrong tonight, given the fact that he just hit his own head with his glass. But after all of this, I'm saying this to you to say that with Cormac, no matter what goes wrong, and everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong with us, He will always, always, always find a solution or be your biggest cheerleader to help you find one. And things always somehow manage to be okay. And I don't know how. I think the world has just decided you're meant to live. And I don't really know why. Despite your best efforts. I will say that there's one caveat to this. If it is a competition, he will force you to call the orchestrators to ensure that escaping kidnapping will not disqualify him from the competition. I'm not kidding. He did that. It didn't. We still got third that time. I know. All right.
Don't mention that now.
First time. Rule number 3 of road tripping with Cormac. Know that no route will be efficient, ever. No route will be, there will be no time to smell the roses, but it really won't matter. You will have had the most fun that you've ever had. Sorry, I have to look down because I'm about to cry. You will have driven with race car drivers. You will be eaten something that claims to be the world's largest or the world's best or the world's spiciest. You will have befriended flamboyantly gay Texans and a whole host of other impossible, fantastical characters, some of which will remain present in your life, some in memory and some sitting here at your reception. And yes, I realize that I'm ending 3 hours of speeches by saying essentially, it doesn't matter what the destination is, it's about the journey. But I do take issue with that a little bit because Cormac will always make it to the destination. And he will make it there first, and he will make sure that you know that he will make it there first. But when you do get there, you'll have a million stories to tell. Or rather, Cormac will tell them after he's interrupted you 12 times. And now, before I release you from this nightmare of speeches, Cormac, you should know by now that Steve is the perfect co-pilot for every adventure that you will ever have for the rest of your life. But while you fly by the seat of your very ripped in the crotch jeans, he has a plan and 3 backup plans. And while you spontaneously scheme and create, he finds a way to make your vision come to fruition and adds his own fun and flair to every occasion. Don't get me wrong, he's not the Mark to your Johnny. He's not the straight man, which I gather you've all figured out by now. And Steve, though you may speak slightly yelly than him, that didn't come out right, less yelly than him, you are as kind and funny and delightful and hysterical a partner as I ever could have wished for my best friend. And I love you both very, very much, and I wish you all the happiness in the world.
To my grandparents, so to Granddad and Nana and Granny.
Or in my case, hello to Maisie, Maisie and Steve's John and Julia. We really missed you today.
We wish you could have been here, and we're really having a really happy time.
And we hope you enjoy the video. And
yeah,
carry on.
We had an amazing night, and we thought of you the whole time. And if you could have been here, I'm sure you had a great time. And we love you a lot, and we'll see you soon.
I really hope to see you as soon as possible. I really miss you all.
Hooray for Stephen! Hooray for us! Hooray for Stephen! He's an awesome ass!
The lamb was delicious.
Yes! Steve!
Was
it?
You better be home soon, Steve. It's too far to come here, Steve-o. Come on. And get your ass over to Australia. There. There you are. We're not used to talking in front of a camera, but all the best. We've had a great day and we wish you well. Go ahead.
And we think you're great. We're very proud of you, and we had a lovely day, and we're very proud of you. And have a happy life. Love you.
Yes.
Bye.
Hi, Cormac and Steve.
Hi!
Hope you had a wonderful day.
It really has been the most joyous wedding I've ever been to. Just everyone is so filled with laughter. Like, people were doubling over and crying of laughter and then of sweetness, because the speeches were shockingly sweet. We weirdly did not expect that at all.
Marvin didn't do his, so that was all like Cormac's dirtiness wasn't part of it at all. So they're all very sweet, actually.
But for all that you thanked us for, we thank you a million times and back just for...
Thanks for the free food and alcohol.
Good point, that one too. And also just being you and being great.
Have a good life together.
This is
my homeland, the place I was born in. No matter where I go, this is my soul. My feet may wander this places, but my believe me back home to my Johnny God. Yes, my Harlem.
Congratulations, Cormac and Steve.
Congratulations.
Hey.
In your hand is the best part ever.
It's my favourite bit as well.
So when you're ready, 3, 2, 1, go.
I have just been told that everyone else did a great speech in front of this camera, and I have to do a good one because the balance will tip. So, it's been a wonderful wedding. The effort of everyone has been fantastic. You both look freaking amazing, as do I in this beautiful dress you have picked out. I'm going to end with a song and dance. Hey! Woo!
Congratulations, guys!
Hi, Steve and Cormac. I just wanted to tell you that I love you both, and that I know that this message will mean a lot to you because of all of the effort that you've put in, and knowing myself, having planned a wedding, that your wedding was absolutely amazing and is obviously still going, but it is absolutely amazing. All the little details have been so perfect. As you can see, I'm in my big Eskimo coat because I'm absolutely freezing, so this is going to be my sell for you to come back to Australia really, really quickly because it's much warmer there, and when you have your children, I will babysit them every day, I promise.
Oh, God! Really? Cormac and Steve.
Happy birthday!
We love you all. This is still
Congratulations, Cormac and Steve, we love you! Happy Christmas!
We'll sign it. I will fucking conduct you wankers.
You do it. Okay. We got it.
Congratulations, Cormac and Steve. We love you guys. All the best for the future.
Hey, you alright? It's your brothers Stephen and Michael here. Chris and Michael.
Chris and not you.
Just wishing you all a happy day.
And make sure there's Fosters at the next party.
And yeah, have a good night.
I love you. I love you.
Love you all.
Love you.
I just want to wish you guys amazing, amazing marriage, amazing life together. Cormac, how bizarre for what, how we met and everything, but I'm glad when I look back 5 years that we met and how amazing a time I've had with you. Steve, great to have met you and great the fact that you could have really supplemented Cormac's life as well as you had. Congratulations to you. I'm really, really happy for you.
We're congratulations! We love you! We love you! We love you, Cormac! Welcome to the family. This is it. There's a lot of us, and we sing. We do. Yeah, we do. We sing.
What do we sing?
Oh, yeah!